Hello, welcome. This is Here's to Your Good Health. My name is Linda Prezioso. I'm a nurse practitioner at Family Medical Center. Tonight, I'm so excited. I just love this lady and her sister. This is Karen from Twin Oaks Farm in Spring Hope. She just does a whole bunch of different things. She breeds dogs, 2 different breeds. A big, huge Great Pyrenees that's like $125, 125 pounds. And then these little bitty dachshunds that are
5 to 8 pounds.
5 to 8 pounds. I mean, so maybe we need to talk her into a medium size. I don't know. And she has animals, goats, guineas, donkeys, chickens.
I'm narrowing it down. I've sold all my pigs, I've sold all my turkeys and my geese, so I've got ducks and guineas and chickens and yeah, that's about it. And the goats and the donkey.
And the donkey, yes. The donkey's being a bad girl.
Yes, she is. We tried her again with the dogs.
Nope.
Immediately went after her. And she's playing. I mean, we can tell she's playing. As soon as we got her away from the dogs, she's running and kicking her legs and running. I mean, she just wants to play, but she's biting at them to play, and they don't like it.
But that's like I've got a Great Pyrenees I've got to get rid of because he wants to play as well, but he plays too hard and he kills chickens and he broke the leg of a goat.
Oh.
So, I really don't think, because he's so sweet and he's such a lover, but he wants to run and romp and play. And when you're 125 pounds for my dog, and I don't know how much your donkey weighs, 200?
I don't think she's that big, but she's up there. I mean, she's at least 150, 175 pounds, I would think.
So when you've got these big animals that are babies still, my dog isn't quite 2. Her donkey is
not even a year.
Not even a year. So they're babies. They're just big babies. But anyway, we're here with Karen from Twin Oaks Farm. She and her sister have quite a business of various products that we're going to be talking about tonight. But one of the things I wanted to talk to Karen about was her community. I'm big on community. I'm big on promoting people around. I'm big on promoting small businesses here in town.
Absolutely.
And Karen is a big promoter of Spring Hope, which I think is a great little town. I've been there lots of times. I used to have some essential oils in a store that was there. So it's a cute little town. It's a bit run down and it needs some help, as all downtowns do. It's not just Spring Hope.
We're trying to get new businesses in. We're trying to get all the buildings up to code. It takes a lot of work and a lot of effort.
And cooperation.
But we are slowly getting there. We've got a couple new places within the past year or 2 that have come up. For those who don't know, we have a license plate agency in downtown Spring Hope. If you don't want to wait a half an hour, 45 minutes, go to downtown Spring Hope and visit the license plate agency there.
Right.
I would venture to say you would not have more than 3 or 4 people in front of you at any given time. So maybe a 5 or 10 minute wait at best.
And they're probably a little bit more friendly.
They tend to be.
I think that they're so overworked and overwhelmed here in town that it's like, oh, here comes one more.
Yeah. No, our ladies tend to be very nice. We've had nice customer comments about them. And as with any type job, that job could be a bad one, or not a bad one, but a hard one for the worker, because if me as a customer walks in and I think I have everything I need and I want to get it done, and then the lady goes, oh no, you also need X and Y and you only brought Z, then some customers get a little irate, and we've had a few head-butting issues, but for the most part, everything goes really, really smooth. They're really nice ladies, more than willing and wanting to work with you and try and help you as best they can. But you also have to realize they can't go against the DMV's rules and regulations.
Of course, they have to answer to somebody too.
So, they get written up if they make a boo-boo, and we pay a financial penalty if they make a boo-boo. And the license plate agency is contracted through the Spring Hope Chamber of Commerce. And the Chamber of Commerce years ago wanted to bring that business into the downtown area, not only to draw people from outside the community into the downtown area to try and help the stores there, but also to help our community, the Spring Hope folks. We got an elderly population there, and that way they don't have to go very far, and hopefully don't have to wait in a big long line, to get their stuff done for DMV.
Right.
So we're real proud of it. We're real happy about it. But we do need to keep the customers coming in order for us to keep the doors
Yeah.
open.
Yeah.
So
I think my husband goes down there.
I've seen him down there one time when I was down there. Yeah.
Because he doesn't like the wait and doesn't like
Yeah.
some of the attitudes. So
Like I said, if you don't want to wait in a big long line, it's worth a few minute drive, and then take the time to go into some of the antique stores downtown there.
yeah, they're
or,
lovely.
Go grab lunch at Showside Grill. I mean, they have fantastic food
They really
down there
do
at
have good
Showside Grill.
food.
But there's a lot of nice little stores down there right now, so you can find different stuff. Yeah. So
It's cute. It really is a cute little town.
Yep,
And
yep.
they have, they're going to have the Pumpkin Festival.
Yep.
again
I got
this
some
year.
info on that for
Oh,
tonight.
good.
Yep.
Okay. So tell us about that. Is it going to be pretty much the same, or is it going to be kind of scaled down, or?
No, we're not going to scale it down. This will be the 49th National Pumpkin Festival. I would love to say 49th annual, but of course everything was canceled last year.
Right.
So, we have unfortunately our 1 year that was skipped. This should
right.
have been our 50th this year, but it's the 49th. And on Friday, 1 October, because it's always the first weekend in October, on Friday, 1 October, we're going to have a band. They're called the Sleeping Booty. I don't know.
Okay.
They're a local band, supposedly very, very good, strong following, but they'll be performing from 7 till 10 that night. We'll have food trucks out there, so you can just come grab dinner, chill out at the depot, go out and dance with the music, just enjoy yourself on Friday night. And then we kick right back up again Saturday morning at 9 o'clock. It goes from 9 to 4 on Saturday, and we'll have, crafters out there with a variety of craft items, a good time to maybe do some Christmas shopping. And we'll have food trucks out there. We're going to have pumpkin decorating for kids. We'll have bouncy houses for the kids. We'll have a parade that afternoon at 1 o'clock. One thing that we've started a few years back, and last year it was absolutely fantastic. We still did this even though we didn't do the Pumpkin Festival. Pumpkin weigh-in. We had farmers bringing 400, 500, 600-pound pumpkins
Good grief.
to this pumpkin weigh-in, and they came from all over. I mean, it wasn't only in North Carolina. They came from West Virginia, from Tennessee. I mean, they came from all over with their produce. Very, very neat thing to see. And then we'll enter those big pumpkins into the parade also, so everybody can see the size of these things. But that's really a neat thing. That's usually first thing in the morning on Saturday. Friday mornings we have a pumpkin recipe contest. So if you got any great pumpkin recipes out there, now's the time to enter them. We'll have entertainment all throughout the day Saturday, and I think I said the parade that afternoon. So a lot of things going on. It's just a great day filled for the family, to just come out and have a nice time together.
Right. So is there a prize for the largest pumpkin?
It's a monetary, yeah. They do. They give prizes for that, and there's going to be a prize for the recipe contest. There'll be prizes for that. And the kids, when they decorate their pumpkins, they can keep their pumpkins. So it's kind of a fun day.
Oh yeah. Yeah. It's just it's a nice, great family time.
It really is, and everybody's been kind of closed in, and a lot of the big
Yeah.
events had still been canceled, even up
Yeah,
to this year.
that's right.
The Nashville Blooming Festival didn't happen this year either. The one that my sister and I usually go to in Manteo, the beginning of June, that one was canceled again this year. So we're very, very happy to be saying we're putting this thing on this year.
That's awesome. That's great.
So-
And it's always a fun time. I've been several times.
Yeah.
And it's really good. So
Yeah.
are there any other new businesses?
In downtown Spring Hope? Not right now. I know we've got a few that are opening. I just had a Pumpkin Festival meeting the other night, and somebody was talking about a soft opening for a new business, but of course I couldn't hear what they were saying, and I wasn't smart
That's
enough to
all
go
right.
ask. But
Oh, come on now.
we do have businesses that are starting to pop up in there. The COVID hurt a couple of the businesses in the
Yes.
downtown
Oh,
area
of course,
last
that's
year.
everywhere.
I mean, we had a really, really, really cute little store called Little General Store.
Yes.
And they were forced to close down because of the COVID last year. And that was such a shame because they super nice couple and a really, really, really cute little store, and they had the best ice
Yeah,
cream.
I bought some stuff there. I sure did. Yeah,
Yep.
it is
So-
cute. Here
So-
comes my hubby.
So yeah, hopefully we'll get it back up and going. But like I said, COVID has hurt a lot of people. We still have spaces available for crafters if you want to come out to the
That's
Pumpkin
great.
Festival and be a crafter. You can find the application on our Spring Hope Chamber of Commerce website. Even food vendors, I think there's still some spaces for some food trucks if you want to come out and do that. I'm looking for somebody who can do some face painting for us out there for the kids. So if you know of anybody, or
I
if you're a
do
good
know of
face painter,
somebody.
let me know. Give me a call. I think my number's down at the bottom of the screen, so give me
There
a
it
holler
is.
if you know of anybody.
There it is.
But yeah, good time. Still some openings for craft vendors, food vendors. And we need volunteers too, to be very honest with you. So yeah, if anybody wants to
Always
volunteer.
need volunteers.
If
There's
anybody
never
wants to
enough
volunteer to work
volunteers.
that, I'm in charge of the craft vendor, so if you could come out there and be there by 6 a.m. Saturday morning, I would love to have you.
I bet she would. Now, not last year, of course, but the year before, I think, didn't they have some kind of a Christmas thing too down there?
We did Christmas in Spring Hope. Every year we do Christmas in Spring Hope. I think that's the first Saturday in December normally. I think we're still going to be doing it this year. We haven't really gotten that far yet. Even if we don't do it, we still do the Christmas trees in the downtown area. We have various churches and nonprofits that will sponsor a Christmas tree in the downtown area, and that looks really nice at night. But
it's cute.
we hope to do this Christmas in Spring Hope. We do carriage rides. We usually have Santa who shows up for the kids. Some elves will be running around and everything. So we have a live manger scene. Try and get some groups from the school to do Christmas carols and things like that.
Yeah.
And we even, one year, we had a little trio, or maybe it was a quartet, that did a traveling, walking around all around just singing. And that was real nice.
Yeah.
So yeah, we do that too, and hopefully that will happen this December.
Yeah, it's just nice when you can be in a place that you feel safe and it's people you know and live with and work with. And I went to the Christmas thing, and I've been to the Pumpkin Festival several times. The last couple years I didn't go. I think there's always something else I do that weekend, and I don't remember what it is.
There are a couple events that
Yeah.
normally go on that weekend. I don't know if the other ones are still going to happen.
Right.
I think Wendell does something that same weekend. But there are a couple other festivals that
Right.
historically have gone
Right.
on during that same weekend.
And like you said, with so many not doing it this year because of COVID from last year, that people are craving to get
Get out and do things.
and do things. And
Yep.
we had a little thing in Red Oak where it was, they had some food and kids played. They have a really nice park there and a playground. And then they had fireworks. And it was just lovely. My son and daughter-in-law and 3 of my grandchildren were there. Bob came, and we just, it was just
That's
fun.
nice.
It's nice.
That's nice.
It's just fun. It's nice, and it's nice to get out. You don't have to travel to Dollywood to have a good time. You can have
No.
a good time down the road in Spring Hope.
There are, I mean, a lot of the communities put on some nice little events. Just, take a few minutes, visit the websites and see what's out there and see what's happening within your Tri-City and community area.
That's right.
You'll find some nice things to do.
That's
And,
right.
this weekend, there's going to be fireworks, so I'll put out a little plug to bring your pets inside if they, get nervous. This is the largest, or this is the most dog losses on that day. Of dogs
really?
that run away. It's the highest number of dogs that disappear on that day because of the fireworks. They
they're
get just so freaked
scared.
out, and they just take off. So be smart with your pets. If you have them outside, bring them in. I know I have one that she will literally break the door down to get in.
Oh,
And I'm going to a friend's house for some fireworks, so I will already have brought her in.
right.
Saturday
So when you
night,
say
so-
fireworks, there's going to be fireworks in Spring Hope?
Just at a friend's house on 581.
Oh, okay.
No,
Okay.
Spring Hope has not hosted any fireworks.
Okay, okay.
I'm not sure who in the local area is,
Well,
but
Castalia used to have a really big one,
Yeah.
big parade and all, but I don't know if they're doing it now or not.
I mean, but
Rocky
even if you
Mount
don't
is.
have a big one, you have neighbors who are going to shoot off fireworks.
Absolutely.
And they will
Oh,
be
yes.
loud enough to scare your
Yes,
animals. So
that's right.
So just take care of your animals on
Right.
over the 4th.
That's right.
So-
So tell me, how did you get into dog breeding?
I've been breeding dogs for 40 years.
Oh, really? Oh, this is nothing new. It's just a new place to do it.
New place to do it, 2 new breeds. I started out with Lhasa Apsos. Then I went to Bichon Frises. I don't know if you know what those are. They're little white ankle biters. And then I did the Great Pyrenees, and now I'm doing the Dachshunds also. And the reason we added in the Dachshunds to the mix is because if you're not familiar with the Great Pyrenees, they are large dogs. And, you know, I have 11 of them right now. And I've got a couple of them that just refuse to get into a vehicle. And at my age and my lack of good knees and everything, it sometimes takes me half an hour, 45 minutes to try and get the daggone dog into the car to take it to
Yeah.
the vet. And I'm just getting too old to keep dealing with 120. I mean, one of my girls is 150 pounds. Luckily she jumps in the car. Until she gets too old and can't. But right now she jumps into the car. She just jumped into the Gator and went for a ride with me late this afternoon. So, but I was getting too, I know in 5 years I'm not going to be able to do Great Pyrenees. So I thought, well, let's come up with a smaller breed that I can transition
Okay,
into
right,
and
okay.
keep breeding. Because I love to breed. I love animals. I love.
She does.
I-
You can tell.
I
You can
love
tell.
puppies. I mean, you give me a litter of puppies and I just light up. I really do love puppies, and they're so much fun to watch. I've got a litter of Great Pyrenees at the house right now, 6 little ones, and they're about just turning 4 weeks old, and they're just starting to wobble around. They still fall over a little bit, but they're just starting to walk around. I saw 2 of them put their nose in the food bowl today. It's like, yay, they're starting to eat solids. But they're a lot of fun.
And they're nothing but a big ball of white fur when they're babies.
Yeah,
They're the
yeah.
cutest little puppies, but boy, do they get big.
And they get big fast. They do. They grow fast. You know, people will come and visit their puppy when it's like 4 weeks old. Then when they come to pick it up at 8 or 8 weeks old, it's like, oh my God, it's grown so much. It's like, yeah, give it another month and wait and see how far it grows.
Yeah. So do most people get Pyrenees more for like on the farm?
I'd say it's about a 60-40. About 60% are farm, 40% are just family dogs. They want them in the house.
Really?
Oh yeah. I've got 2 in the house, and their job, because Great Pyrenees, if you don't know, that they are working dogs. They feel more comfortable working for the most part, most dogs.
Well, I think fur works. He just too rough at it.
Yeah, but they do enjoy working. They enjoy protecting. But I have 2 that I have in the house. I didn't intend to have 2, but by default, one of the puppies just ended up staying in the house. Now she's a 100-pound sofa dog. But anyhow, my Doxies go out the doggy door, and then these guys will crawl out the doggy door and go with them to protect them out back. And when the Doxies come in, the Pyres come back in, and they do a really good job. And the ones out in the pasture, at one point I had probably about 150 different type birds flying in and out of the pasture, because mine are free range. They can go anywhere they want. And you let that 151st bird try and land in the pasture that doesn't belong to me, these guys know it. They know who doesn't belong on the farm, and man, they're on them. They go after them. 2 Canadian geese tried to touch down about a year ago.
Not going to happen.
2 of my dogs saw them. Geese are coming down. Feet are just about to hit the ground, and one of them turned around and saw the dogs right behind him, just kept right on going.
No, I'm not going there.
Yep, a hawk or a crow or something will fly overhead, and if they see them, they literally will run underneath them barking until they clear the fence line. They will not let them land in the pasture.
Because they know
they know they don't belong.
That's right. That's right.
You know, a Pyr will accept just about any animal if you introduce it and it knows it's part of the family. But if it's not, they're going to bark at it and go after it.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
Good dog.
They're great dogs.
Yeah, they are.
really are. And I don't know much about Dachshunds other than that they're little and they're brown.
And they like sitting on your lap.
Oh, they do?
They are, if you want a lap dog, a dachshund will curl right up in your lap.
Well,
Absolutely.
I kind of do want a lap dog, but I kind of don't want to have to train one. So anyway, I don't know what we're going to do about that. It's time for our first break, and when we come back, we're going to talk about Karen and her products and how she got into making some of these fabulous products. They're just, I love them. I've bought several from her, and I use them, and they're really good stuff. So we'll be right back with more of Here's to Your Good Health. Don't go away.
Downey's Hearing Care Associates, we are dedicated to taking care of every client by providing personal, high-quality hearing care services. My staff and I know hearing loss affects each person and their loved ones differently. So we give you the time and the care you need to ensure the hearing technology chosen fits your lifestyle. At Downey's Hearing Care, we also make custom ear molds and specialize in emergency hearing aid repairs. Downey's Hearing Care Associates has 2 locations, one in Knightdale and one in Rocky Mount. We have hearing lives to save.
Hi, I'm Richard Goss, pharmacist and owner of Almonds Drug Store here in Rocky Mount. Here today with my wife and 2 daughters. For over 75 years, Almonds Drug Store has been the pharmacy of choice for residents of Edgecombe and Nash County. Our family is proud to call Rocky Mount home, and we are excited about the new services and products we are adding daily at both of our Almonds Drug Store's locations and also at our medical supply store.
Come in and see us at Almonds Medical Supply. We're an extension of Almonds Drug Stores, your local hometown pharmacy. We're here to service all your needs, from wheelchairs to walkers to orthopedic supports to compression hose to hard-to-find wound care supplies. And you'll always get that hometown customer service.
We want our patients to pay the best prices, get the best service available, and have a better pharmacy experience than they will get anywhere else. Our staff is committed to going above and beyond to meet our patients' needs. Whether it is working with your provider to get you the best medication at the best price, contacting your provider to get you refills or a prior authorization, or taking the time to review each of your medications with you personally, or perhaps even helping you find an old-time remedy or other hard-to-find items, your Almonds Drug Store staff will work hard to meet your pharmacy needs. At Almonds, we will deliver your prescriptions for free. Both of our stores have drive-through windows, we guarantee short wait times, and our pharmacists will come out to greet you personally and answer any questions you have. If you want to be met with a smiling face, or even want someone to greet you by name when you walk through the doors, we are the pharmacy for you.
Call Almonds Drugs today.
443-3138 or 446-0014.
Hey, welcome back. This is Here's to Your Good Health. I'm Linda Prezioso, and I've got Karen from Twin Oaks Farms, and we're going to talk now about the products that she makes, why she got into making the products, and she just keeps on making them. She's got some of this goat soap is the best. I tell you, it is just the best. But anyway, I will let her talk about these things. So, why did you make your first product? What happened to you?
Well, when I moved out there, my sister and I, our intent, my sister lives in Goldsboro, but she's helping with all of this. Our intent was, we built a greenhouse, and we bought aquaponics. So we were going to do the hydroponics. We were going to do the hydroponics for the farmer's market, and I was going to do the animals. And she was going to do the plants, I was going to do the animals. Well, bought all that for the greenhouse, built the greenhouse, bought all the hydroponic stuff. I wasn't out there after my house got built for 3 weeks, and it's like, oh my God, these gnats! I couldn't stand it. I mean, I tried everything. I bought that little beehive-looking hat that had the screen. I tried that. I had bounce sheets down my front. My sister and I did research and bought everything natural that we could find. Nothing combated the gnats. Some stuff took care of the mosquitoes and the flies, but nothing took care of those gnats. And that's what was really bugging me. So my sister, give her all the credit in the world, she did some research, because we are not believers of chemicals or poisons. We don't want them out on the farm. We don't want them around our animals. So she did the research, and we came up with some formulas that we tested. Seemed to work for us. We shared it with our neighbors, and they go, God, you guys got to start selling this stuff. It's great. Thus, we started. We started out, the oil was our first product, our little Bugs Away oil. And we don't call it Bugs Away anymore, otherwise I'd have to pay $10,000 to get it FDA approved. So we don't call it Bugs Away anymore, we just call it Skin Relief, but it is a Bugs Away. Hopefully nobody from the State Department's listening. But we did change the name, and we took off the label that it repels bugs, because that's what they claim we couldn't say unless we paid a huge fee. But that is the best oil for gnats, mosquitoes, biting flies, to repel them. Also, ticks, fleas, chiggers. Also, a great skin conditioner. The main active ingredient in this oil is called Karanja oil. My sister found this oil. It's a relative of neem oil, if anybody's ever heard of neem oil. But Karanja oil has 4 great properties. It's an antiseptic, an antibiotic, a fungicidal, and an insecticidal. So it will, I use my oil if I get a cut. I don't even use Neosporin or any first aid ointment anymore. I just use our oil, put it on the cut, and it goes away in 2 or 3 days, it's gone. You can use this on your animals, on any of your animals. The only animal on my farm I've never tried it on are my birds, only because it would mess up their feathers, it's too oily. But pigs, goats, horses, us, tried it on everybody. Dogs.
And it works really well.
And it really
I can
does.
attest to that.
It really does. It repels. I know that my Great Pyrenees, if I go out and I see the gnats all around their face, or any of my animals, and I see the gnats or the flies, I'll just get the bottle, shake it up, put it on my fingers, and then dab it all over their face and their ears, and then you'll see the gnats and everything out here. Same with you. You'll see them out here, but they won't land on you, on the animals. It really does help. I had a couple miniature horses a few years back, and I don't know if everybody has them, but I had horse flies that I swear look like little Mini Cooper cars. But the poor horses would go into the shed whenever they were getting attacked by the flies, and then I'd know to get the bottle. They would see me coming, they'd see that bottle, and their ears would perk up and their tail would go, and I'd put it on their legs and their back and their face, and they'd go right back out and start grazing again, because the flies would leave them alone. So it really, really does work. And the best part about it is it's so safe, natural, good for your skin, good for your animal skin. We've got just as many people who use this for skin issues, like if your dog is biting at its feet and everything. This will take care of that itch. It's because of the fungicidal. It'll take care of the itch in there and help relieve that and stop them from scratching and digging at themselves. It'll take care of mange, scabies. It'll just take care of all kinds of stuff. It's just a fantastic.
And you just don't have to worry if they're trying to lick it
They can
off.
lick it. It's perfectly safe. When we first made this, we couldn't find anything that said it was okay for cats. And cats are
they're
funny.
Yeah, their
cats are
liver doesn't do like most other animals.
So we put on, we used to, and it's probably still on some of our older labels, not recommended for cats, because we couldn't find any literature that said it was safe for cats, and we figured safe than sorry. But then we have since found in literature that the Karanja oil is perfectly safe for cats also. So you can literally use this on anything. A 1-day-old baby that you bring home from the hospital, you can use it on it.
99-year-old grandma, right?
Or the 99-year-old grandma, you can use it on her too. And actually, this one, which comes in, well, I can't see, it comes in 4 sizes. We have 6 ounce, 2.65 ounce, 1 ounce, and our big boy, 10 ounce. This is a balm, and a balm, for those who don't know what a balm is kind of a thick lotion. Our base is coconut oil, shea butter, and beeswax. Those 3 items alone are just super duper for your skin. So you could call this one heck of a skin moisturizer, and in addition, it's going to repel all of the flying insects, the gnats, the mosquitoes, the biting flies. The oil will do all the flying, but it'll also do the crawling, the ticks, the fleas, the chiggers. This one just does the flying. But this is what I use every day. When I walk out of the house, I have a jar sitting on the corner of my garage. I'll do a little scoop, dab my face and my ears just like I do the dogs, just so the gnats leave me alone. And they do, they leave me alone, unless I sweat too much and, wipe it off, then I have to go back and reapply. But, it's got all of our products have a 2-year shelf life. Effective on you is probably 3 to 4 hours with this one, probably 4 to 6 hours with the oil. But 2 fantastic bug repellents that are safe, effective, and just good for your skin. Both of them are very, very good for your skin.
And all natural.
And all
Love
natural.
it, love it.
And then we also have a doggy shampoo. And we have a whole bunch of people who will use this as the skin conditioner for their dogs. I mean, bunches and bunches of people. More for the skin issues with dogs than for trying to repel the fleas and the ticks and everything. But really, really good shampoo. And it's also got the Karanja oil in it, and that's what makes it so effective and so
So
good.
the doggy shampoo will take care of the flying and the
Flying and crawling.
crawling? Mm-hmm. Okay.
And one other tip I'll give you, and we don't sell it, we don't make it, but if you start really having a flea issue, because this year is really bad for fleas, but if you start having a flea issue, our oil number 1 would work. But you can also get what's called diatomaceous earth. I think I'm saying that correctly. You can get it at Tractor Supply. Just make sure you get food grade so that you can have it around your animals. You can literally, it's a very, 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 very fine powder. If you ever remember Pigpen, how you see this dust all over him every time in Charlie Brown, well, you clap your hands with diatomaceous earth and you're going to get that dust ball.
It's like fine
very,
dust,
very
yeah.
dusty, very fine, and I think it's oyster shells, crushed up oyster shells. But what happens is a flea will walk by one of those little crushed oyster shells, and it literally splits the flea open, and it dries out and dies naturally. So no chemicals, no poisons. Diatomaceous earth is great. You can put it in your dog's water, your animal's water, and it helps kill parasites inside. You could put it all over their body. You can put it in their bedding. You can sprinkle it out in your yard. It'll all disappear if it rains, but you can sprinkle it out in the yard. Really, really, really good, natural, safe product to help combat the fleas in particular. But I put it in my inside dogs. I put it in their water to help with parasites too.
Awesome. And I was going to ask you now, like, can this stuff, can you spray it on? Like, spray
If you
it?
have a sprayer, you can. We used to have the sprayer bottle, but people weren't letting it get down to the skin. This is only effective if it gets down to the skin.
Okay.
If you just spray it and all you hit is the top of the fur on a dog, it's not going to do
gonna
any good.
anything, yeah.
You really want to massage it on down to the skin. That way the fleas will jump off. The flies won't bother. It's just you really got to get it down to the skin. So we quit doing the spray bottle just because people weren't applying it properly.
Yeah.
This makes you kind of rub it in a little bit. But yes, you could put it in a spray bottle if you wanted to, and that might be an easier way to do it with a horse spray and then just rub it a little bit.
Well, I was thinking about my mule because he won't let me get close to him.
Yeah.
I'd have to feed him an apple with one and kind of spray with
After the first spray, it'd be gone.
yeah. So, but I feel sorry for these animals. It's miserable. We know how miserable we are. Well, they're the same way.
I went out onto the far pasture. My sister and I, she was out at the farm this morning. We went out on the far pasture to check on something, and I've got one of my Great Pyres that's in the pasture with my neighbor's goats, and he just had flies on the bridge of his nose. So we went back, we got a bottle, and BJ was so cute. We rubbed it onto his face. He immediately took a nosedive into the dirt, like trying to rub it off. But it really does help your dogs, your animals, and Linda's right. I mean, they suffer out there, not only with the temperature, but you get those bugs that just will not leave their faces alone. It's cruel.
So especially if you've got outdoor dogs, you've got hunting dogs that you keep outside. I mean, there's lots of reasons why people have outdoor dogs.
Even your cats. I mean, you could unless they're going to claw you to death, you can dab it on your cat's face too to kind of help them out if they're outside. Anything you can do to help your animals.
Right. Of course, Karen's a big animal lover, so
Heck
she's
yeah.
going to do everything there is to do for animals, which is a good thing. You know, I mean, I don't mean that as in a negative way at all. I love animals too. All right, what else you got over here, girl?
All right, we have what's called Skin Saving. This is great for psoriasis, eczema, dry skin. We have customers who use it for athlete's foot, for acne. We have it in an oil, and we also have it what's called a scalp saving. It's the same type bottle as this one, but I didn't bring one, but same size, but it's a shampoo that if you have an itchy scalp, you can use the scalp saving and it'll take care of your itchy scalp. When we were first doing this, we only did the oil, and we had a gentleman who was carrying our products in Wilson say, will this work on your scalp too? And we had oodles of people kept saying, will this work on your scalp? And we go, yeah, it will, but it's oily, so you're gonna have to, like use this at night and then rewash your hair in the morning or something. So then we said, okay, let's make a shampoo. So we made a shampoo. Now our shampoo still has the oil in it, so it's still gonna be a little oily. But we made a shampoo. We let this guy try it. He was our guinea pig, so to speak, and he called us up. He said he couldn't sleep through the night without waking up having to itch. He said he used that shampoo. It's the first night he was able to sleep all the way through. The next
isn't
morning he
that
called and
wonderful?
ordered 6 bottles.
Oh.
He put some of them in his store, but yeah,
Yeah.
he was our true believer.
Right.
And,
When you've got a true believer, that's the best salesman you can have.
oh yeah. I mean, I can stand up here and tell you guys all this stuff is great, and I truly believe it is. And my sister and I would not be making it if we did not firmly believe that it did what we are saying it does. We wouldn't be selling it. Either we've tried it and it's worked, or somebody we know has tried it and it's worked, or multiple people have tried it and it works. But we have the oil and we have the shampoo. Again, psoriasis, eczema, any kind of dry skin, really probably almost any kind of, what's the R one?
Rosacea?
Yeah, rosacea. We've been told it works well for that. Susan and I don't have it, so we've never used it ourselves, but we've been told it works great for that from customers. So a great product. And be thinking of family members or friends for Christmas. If you know somebody who's got an issue, that might be one heck of a nice gift to give them for the holidays.
Especially for those skin products, skin problems, because everything in the pharmaceutical world is a lot of pretty strong chemicals, and some now they have like biologics which you can take either internally or they give you a shot or you get an IV, and so then you think it's all systemic throughout your whole body, which of course these skin issues are.
Yeah.
But I had a patient the other day she's immunocompromised, if I'm saying that right, because she's on some of these biologics for other problems, and because of that and her immune system, then other places in her body where you have to have both good and bad bacteria, like your gut,
It's all
she's
suffering.
having terrible problems. So if you can use stuff like this and not put in all that strong pharmaceutical stuff, and my audience knows I'm big on all natural. I love essential oils. I promote them, and she puts essential oils in her products.
Karanja oil, grapeseed oil, sweet almond oil, and lavender. That's it. That is all that's in this. You just can't get much more natural than that.
No.
So unless you're allergic to one of those, and I love those commercials that, the last 20 seconds are all the horrible side effects.
Right.
And the last one they say is, if you're allergic to whatever the product is, don't use it. It's like, how are you going to know that unless you try it?
That's what Bob says every time.
That's a
How do you know if you're
ding-dong-est
allergic or not?
statement to say when you don't have any idea if you're allergic to it or not. But anyhow, now goat's milk.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know how many of you are familiar, but goat's milk in and of itself, in any type form, soap, lotion, is very, very, very good for your skin. Great for eczema. Super duper for eczema. Great for dry skin. We have customers whose doctors have recommended they use goat's milk soaps and lotions if they are on chemo, if they have cancer and they're on chemo, because their skin dries out so bad. high in butterfat, and it just absorbs right into your skin.
I'm just going to smell.
Huh?
I was going to smell.
Is that the Dune Daisy? Here, this is
know.
Dune Daisy.
Oh, lovely. Ooh,
That's the
good.
beachy one,
This is,
Dune Daisy. It's on the end.
Oh, yep, Dune Daisy. Oh, yeah, this smells lovely.
I only brought like 3 or 4 of our scents, but goat's milk soaps and lotion for people who have eczema or extremely dry skin.
Cranberry.
Best thing you can ever do. Bathe with the soap and then put the lotion on afterwards. And the lotion soaks right in. It's not oily or greasy. Here, put this on your hand. And that way you can attest to the fact that it just soaks right in. It's not oily or greasy.
It isn't.
And it'll last forever. You can wash your hands most of the day. A lot of the health workers
I was going to say.
who have to wash their hands constantly keep this handy just because. You know, you put it on once or twice during the day and you're good to go all day with it. But really, really good product.
Yeah. What's this called?
Huh?
Oh, goat's milk lotion.
It's goat's milk lotion and goat's milk soaps.
Okay.
And we have about 10 different scents, and we have lotions that go with the soaps. Again, a really nice little idea for Christmas is to get somebody a soap and a lotion combo. I mean, just a really nice idea. Mango, coconut cream, and honey ginger are my 3 favorite.
Oh, I don't
That one's a very popular one.
Basil
Grapefruit's very popular. It's very clean, very refreshing smell.
Yeah, yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Okay, and one more product, and then we'll
One
take
more.
One
Now,
more.
Susan and I, my sister's much older than me by 18 months, but we both have our aches and pains at our age. I'm not sure which one of us has more aches and pains, but we're both getting right up there. I could not, at one point, because of my knees, get from the bed to the bathroom without a walker. My knees just would not work when I first got up out of bed. I was on Celebrex. I ended up getting one knee with a total knee replacement, but before that happened, we started making a CBD balm. We get our CBD oil from Colorado. We have a company that has been in business for over 25 years. They've got the quality control, the testing that's been done. We know we're getting a good quality CBD oil, and then we've infused it into our coconut oil shea butter beeswax. So all we do is I will take this and I will scoop some and just rub it on my knees, and I'll do it morning and night, and I can get up out of bed now. I'm not going to say I walk pretty, but I can get up out of bed and get from the bed to the bathroom without any assistance nowadays. And I don't have to take the Celebrex anymore. So it really does work. My sister, along with her knees, she had an issue along her thumb line, and she couldn't even hold on to her Coke. She started putting that on there. She can grab her Coke without a problem. She also was experiencing severe headaches, probably migraines, but severe headaches 3 or 4 times a week. She was putting the CBD on this and on her knees, and then she realized the headaches were gone.
Because it absorbed.
CBD in and of itself absorbs into the system.
We have a phone call. We have a phone call. Hey, this is Linda and Karen. How are you?
I'm fine. So I thought I had Bob Barnes and Bob Selling Trey. I'm sorry.
Oh, no, that's long gone. Sorry. I got all excited.
Well, CBD in and of itself, if you use it, will go throughout your whole system, but it calms your nerve endings. And the nerve endings, when they flare up, is what causes your pain. For the most part. So when the CBD calms your nerve endings, and that's going to help relieve your pain and just make you feel a whole lot better.
Right.
So
I've totally missed we got to shut up and get a commercial in here. See, we just start talking and we forget. We don't forget. I forget. So don't go away. We'll be right back, and we'll talk to Karen some more about our natural products and other things. Hang on.
At Down East Hearing Care Associates, we are dedicated to taking care of every client by providing personal, high-quality hearing care services. My staff and I know hearing loss affects each person and their loved ones differently. So we give you the time and the care you need to ensure the hearing technology chosen fits your lifestyle. At Down East Hearing Care, we also make custom ear molds and specialize in emergency hearing aid repairs. Down East Hearing Care Associates has 2 locations, one in Knightdale and one in Rocky Mount. We have hearing lives to save.
When faced with special care needs for elderly or disabled loved ones, families want compassionate, comforting care. That's Tender Touch Home Care Services' goal, providing the level of care we would expect for our own. With over 10 years of home care excellence, Tender Touch provides an array of services that keeps your loved one at home. From personal care, light housekeeping, errands, and meal preparation, to our private duty care program, which combines all of our home care offerings in one package.
Tender Touch Home Care Services, where your needs are our concern.
Hi, I'm Richard Koss, pharmacist and owner of Almonds Drug Store here in Rocky Mount. Here today with my wife and 2 daughters. For over 75 years, Almonds Drug Store has been the pharmacy of choice for residents of Edgecombe and Nash County. Our family is proud to call Rocky Mount home, and we are excited about the new services and products we are adding daily at both of our Almonds Drug Store's locations and also at our medical supply store.
Come in and see us at Almonds Medical Supply. We're an extension of Almonds Drug Stores, your local hometown pharmacy. We're here to service all your needs, from wheelchairs to walkers to orthopedic supports, to compression hose, to hard-to-find wound care supplies. And you'll always get that hometown customer service.
We want our patients to pay the best prices, get the best service available, and have a better pharmacy experience than they will get anywhere else. Our staff is committed to going above and beyond to meet our patients' needs. Whether it is working with your provider to get you the best medication at the best price, contacting your provider to get you refills or a prior authorization, or taking the time to review each of your medications with you personally, or perhaps even helping you find an old-time remedy or other hard-to-find items, your Almonds Drug Store staff will work hard to meet your pharmacy needs. At Almonds, we will deliver your prescriptions for free. Both of our stores have drive-through windows, we guarantee short wait times, and our pharmacists will come out to greet you personally and answer any questions you have. If you want to be met with a smiling face, or even want someone to greet you by name when you walk through the doors, we are the pharmacy for you.
Call Almonds Drugs today.
443-3138 or 446-0014.
All right, we're back, and Karen's been talking about CBD oil. Did you finish any other
I
goodies
think
with
that's it. But I mean,
CBD oil?
we don't put the CBD on our website, and we don't put it in the stores that carry our product, because we want to make sure people understand what it is, how beneficial it is. And one more word of caution: CBD is not all CBDs aren't alike, I guess. There's definitely a wide range of quality. I've had some people say, well, I've done CBD and it doesn't work. I even had somebody do a Facebook, well, we tried the CBD and it didn't work, and I messaged them back, was it our CBD? Oh, no, it was somebody else's. I said, well,
Right.
it just depends on, if there's a good quality CBD.
Because there's CBD, they sell it in gas stations.
It's everywhere now, and gosh knows where they get the hemp oil from.
Right.
So, if you're gonna invest, because it's not the cheapest thing in the world. So if you're gonna invest in it, make sure you're getting it from somebody who is semi-reputable, and that the product they're getting it from a good source, a company that's been around for a while, not somebody that just started growing it last year and doesn't have a clue how to process it.
Right. And I will say that if you take it internally, and probably because of CBD oil, not this particular product, but if you use something that it can get into your skin and get absorbed, there are CBD oils that will test positive for marijuana.
There are. You have to make sure it's a 0 THC.
That's right. I think it's
and ours is 0.
Is it
0.03? 0.03.
Yeah.
But ours is no THC.
And then if they've done that, and if they've got research behind that, Now, anybody can write and say, oh yeah, I've got this and it has this and this, but you want to see some documentation. And if it's a valid company, they're going to have links to it, or they're going to have it on their website or whatever.
Yep.
Because I had a patient who, she's on a medicine for attention deficit, which is a controlled substance. And so I have to obtain drug screens periodically. I got to see if that drug isn't in your system, well then what are you doing with it? Are you selling it on the street?
Yeah.
And so I did a drug screen, and she was positive for marijuana. So I called her, I said, I can't do this anymore, you're positive. What? I have never smoked, I don't smoke marijuana. And she was just adamant and a little on the upset side. And I said, well, do you buy any over-the-counter products? You buy products off of the web? You know, what do you use? And she was using a suppository that had CBD oil in it. And that's what caused her to have the positive. So she had to quit using that in order to get her medicine for her attention deficit. Because it's not that I don't believe them necessarily, but I work for somebody, and I've got the federal government that looks at every prescription I write. And I've worked very hard to get where I am, and I'm not going to have somebody tell me, oh, I don't really use it, I just use that one product.
Yeah.
No, if you've got a positive drug screen, you got to,
Anything you're going to use, if you're not familiar with it, take 5 minutes and do a little research on it.
Right.
You know, a salesperson, myself, I can talk to you till you're blue in the face, and you know, you just got to hope that I'm telling you the truth. But I promise you I am. But you know, you've got to know, you got to take care of yourself, and the only way you can take care of yourself is to take care of yourself. Do the research you need to do to make sure you're doing what's right for you and your body and your family.
Yeah.
So
now Bob had a couple of questions for you.
Yeah, Linda's husband Bob over here, he asked, you haven't told anybody where you can get the products. Well, Nash County Farmers Market every Saturday in Rocky Mount. It's a really super nice little farmers market.
It is.
A lot of great local farmers, a lot of great local crafters. My sister and I are out there every Saturday. We have all of our products out there. So you can definitely come out there any Saturday morning. But, you know, on top of that, and I can't say this enough, again, I say we've got a lot of local farmers and crafters and small business people out there. Come on out and support them. It's two nice facilities. It's a nice little walkthrough of two buildings. Probably about 30 different folks out there. And I mean, we got a guy who makes his own charcoal for your grill. We've got a couple ladies that do fantastic embroidery of towels and stuff. We've got a pottery ceramic lady. We got a guy who makes grits. I mean, we just got all kinds of neat, special, different folks out there. Again, Christmas gift ideas. Oh my gosh, come on out to the farmers market.
And they do have, I'm assuming they'll have it again this year. They had I think a Christmas, like
normally
4 weekends in a row or something.
Yeah, normally the farmers market will go up until the Saturday before Thanksgiving. And then what they've done the past few years, and I think they are planning on doing it again this year, is they'll take every Saturday in December up until the Saturday before Christmas and be open, you know, on the Saturday mornings for people to do Christmas shopping. We'll probably won't have any produce people. Might have some folks with wreaths and small Christmas trees. We've had that last year.
Ornaments and stuff. Yeah, it's really nice. I bought several things from the crafters.
But again, they have a whole bunch of different type crafters who come out for that. And again, if you want something special, something different, if you want to pick up something that's inexpensive and different for coworkers, you know, your neighbors, whatever, then your newspaper person,
One of
this
my
is it.
favorite ones, and she's not there all the time, but she what do you call it, with the spinning wheel, and you make your own yarn?
She knits her own,
She makes her own yarn from sheep, I guess, right?
I can't remember what she said.
Might be
But
llamas.
She'll bring the machine out there and she'll just be
And
going
she
to town
makes
with it.
beautiful articles, hats and scarves and shawls and things like that. So yeah, it's just some really different things, and it's pretty neat to see her do that. And I think I talked to her one time, and I think she said she goes somewhere in Virginia to get her wool. And then, and then she takes it and then she dyes it herself. I mean, she's just really Susie Homemaker for that. So that's really interesting too.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lady that makes dog collars. I just bought 7 or 8 dog collars.
Yeah.
And she had just embroidered my phone number on there. I quit putting names on because I only breed any of my dogs. I only breed them 3, maybe 4 times, then I spay them and rehome them. So, to continuously have to redo collars because I get different names, I just figured just put my phone number on it.
Yeah,
Don't put any
it's
names.
easier,
But
right.
She made some really good collars. My one dog that's 150 pounds, her neck is, probably, yay big around. So she literally had to make me a 36 or a 38-inch collar for her.
That's a size pair of pants for a guy.
She has a huge neck. I mean, a lot of it's fur.
Yeah,
But she has a huge neck.
Yeah.
And we made it a nice new, nice, neat, patriotic USA flag looking. It's really pretty.
yeah.
Kenley looks really sharp in it.
Oh,
But,
nice.
But yeah, I mean, there's just a lot of neat vendors out there. So come on out to the farmers market.
And you're there every Saturday, right?
Yes, ma'am. And there's some local businesses, Piggly Wiggly and Bailey, Patios of Bloom in Rocky Mount. There's a couple different stores that have our products, PL Woodard and Wilson, but none of them have all of the products. So if there's something in particular you're looking for, make sure you call them first and see if they carry whatever you're looking for.
It's right there on the
website has the stores that we have our stuff in.
And then if you have kids and you need to do something fun with them, have a little outing, you can take your kids and go out there to the farm and you can see the goats, the chickens, the guineas.
Go on out to the pasture and meet everybody. Just give us a call first. Make sure somebody's going to be around to walk you through it. But yeah, absolutely. And if you want to buy anything, I have most of it out there. Most of our stuff is at the farmer's market, but I have most of our stuff at the farm too. So, but we make everything on the farm. And like Linda said, there's no chemicals, there's no poisons. We don't believe in that. All we have are essential oils, fragrance oils. Coconut oil is a big one, shea butter, beeswax. I mean, that's about it. I mean, we go a la naturel.
Just for these products.
Yeah, yeah.
All of our animals are all natural.
Pretty much.
They all just
Yeah.
run around with their feathers and their fur.
Yeah.
All right, it's time to say goodnight. Thank you so much for coming, Karen.
Thank you for having me.
It's always informative.
Well, thank you for having me.
I love it, and I love her products. I see her, well, I don't go to the farmer's market every week like I used to, but I'm probably a 3 times a month anyway. And so I always have to stop by and see Karen and Susan and have a little chat and see what's new in the world of Twin Oaks Farm.
Yep.
So you all have a great 4th of July. That's coming up. She's in red, white, and blue over here.
That's why I had my USA shorts.
Oh, yep, there. Oh,
I can't see it. USA. But and I know Linda has a fantastic little 2-year-old Great Pyrenees that's looking for a great home.
That's right,
Not too
I
little.
do.
Probably
No.
about 100, 110 pounds.
he's
but-
young, but he's not little.
Yeah.
He's a big boy.
So if anybody wants a good little watchdog, a great
Yep.
family dog,
But
great,
he doesn't.
super family
He doesn't
dog.
play well with other animals. That's my problem. I've got too many animals, and he gets to be a little too aggressive. He wants to play.
He's too rough.
And he's too rough. And so we have to rehome him. So if anybody is looking for, now he's a Great Pyr mix. He looks like a Great Pyr, but he does have some English Shepherd in him too. So, but
He's a beautiful dog.
He is, and he's really sweet.
Beautiful dog.
So we will see you. I will not be here next week. Bob and I are going to Ocracoke for a few days for our wedding anniversary. And, I'm giving him 1 more year. If he doesn't straighten up, that's it. We're done. Of course, I've been saying that for 47 years or something. So I don't think he's very threatened by it anymore. So I will see you the week after the 4th. What's that, about the 11th or something? So y'all have a great 4th. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you next time with more of Here's to Good Health. Good night.
Be safe, and don't forget, protect your dogs
Yes,
on the 4th of July for the fireworks.
That's right.
Bring them in.
yep. Good night.
Night.